Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. Did you miss me? Be honest. No, don't be honest. If you didn't miss me, you don't need to be you don't need to be honest about that. I am back from my vacation. I went to Europe for about 2.5 weeks and I am back and I am gonna film a new makeup releases where I am gonna chat about the new makeup that's been released, announced, and sneak peeked. All the things are more of the bigger releases that have happened throughout the time that I've been gone, and also some of the things that are happening this week and next week. And I do have some of the things here with me, so this is going to be a picking the most exciting releases to talk about, and also a little bit of a PR haul, show and tell, because some of these releases have been sent to me as PR, and I am so excited to be back. I'm so excited to be filming, so let's jump into it. And I did film this look and I did have it live hopefully yesterday if everything goes as planned, and it is one of the releases that we're going to be talking about in a little bit. And I will be filming like a little how was my trip, using some of the releases that I've been missing when I've been gone a bit, and just catching up a bit. I'm hoping to have that live next week on Monday. Fingers crossed that's what's gonna happen. And yeah, if you haven't been before, do consider subscribing though, because I do upload quite a lot of videos even though it's been quiet from me for a little bit. I actually did have 2 more videos that I wanted to post as I was gone, but scheduling issues and just me thinking, you know what, screw it, let me just actually totally detach from work for a couple of weeks. So I do have 2 pre-filmed videos as well. I'm probably going to put them up either this weekend or next week, just stuff that I filmed for vacation that actually, well, didn't happen during vacation. So let me scoochie. And hopefully this is gonna be a good one. I'll try and put up some pictures even though I have some of these releases. And the first thing I want to talk about is what I have on my eyes today, which is the new palette by Cosmic Brushes. And I did have a video about this one yesterday. Hopefully, at least that was my ambition, and I will leave that in the description box. This palette, which is called Delicious Delights, is launching today on Friday. My palette unfortunately had a little hiccup. This shadow that's supposed to be a dark purple that you're seeing in the palette here, this one, it came to me and it looked a little crumble on top, so I went like that just to blow off, and I blew the entire shade. So it was apparently a little bit more than just crumbled up. So mistakes happen sometimes, that's the way it is. But I did have a video about this one, and you can use my code Angelica to get 10% off at Cosmic Brushes. And per usual, I really do enjoy Cosmic Brushes, and there is you can see there's a multi-chrome here. See that, the gold to green to pink thing. Really a fun palette. I'm super excited to see more things from Cosmic Brushes. I think this one is retailing for £25. So I will leave the info in the description box together with info about everything, honestly. Plus, of course, the link to the video if you want to see how I created this look right here. The next thing I want to talk about is something that I also have, and this is the Sigma and Angela Bright collection. I actually knew about this for some bit. Angela did actually tell me when we were at the Sigma headquarters together last year. She told me that they were working on something really fun. I have not even unboxed or opened this or anything. It looks like this. Super pretty. There is actually a pair of Angela's own lashes in here, which is bright lashes, and I'm actually super excited that she was able to like have these in the package, because she has her own lash brand, and I actually really love bright lashes. I've been talking about them a lot, and you've seen me use bright lashes a lot. And even though Sigma does lashes, I do think that the bright lashes are actually a bit better than the Sigma ones. And then there is her brush set that is right here. It's just favorite set, and then is the palette right here, and I think the plastic is just slid out a little bit. And this is what the palette looks like. I think that this is a really nice mix of like jewel tones together with neutrals. Angela loves bright colors and she loves more dramatic makeup, but she also really loves lighter looks and more neutral looks. I think this is a really good representation of her aesthetics. I have not seen a single video on this palette, so I will be trying to do something myself. I don't know if I'll be including in a Get Ready With Me. I might do another one of those like 4 palettes, 4 looks kind of a thing, because I do have some stuff here. I'm just trying to play catch up, and I just want to try some of the things that have been sent to me that look really interesting. I will say, especially this one that's called Zinfandel, which is a beautiful, Zinfandel colored like shadow. That one is really appealing to me because I love a nice cool toned red like a dark cool tone red shadow. It really is appealing to me, and yeah, I just really feel like there's some good combos to be had here, and I really think this 2015 together with like these three shadows here, I think that that would be super incredible, and I love the slim packaging as well. So big congratulations to Angela. I'm pretty sure you cannot use, or maybe you can use a discount code on on collabs. I'm not 100% sure, but my discount code with Sigma is also Angelica in case you were interested in making an order. The next thing I have here to talk about is the Warriors Wear Pink by Gourmand Girls, and this is in collaboration with Siria Solo, which has been battling breast cancer, and I'm super excited that they're able to do something like this together. Hopefully this one will bring in a lot of money for them to support like a good cause and to help her out. So this is what the palette looks like, and honestly I think they did so good with this color story. It is so pretty. It's red and pink. Red and pink with white and black. Like, who's surprised? Really enjoying how this is looking, and I'm very excited to dig into this one. And I feel like this also would be a good palette to put in one of those like 4 palettes for looks, because you really seem to enjoy the last one. It did pretty good view wise, and I got a really good positive feedback from it. So let me know if you would like to see something like that. This one is available now, and my code with Gourmand Girls is Angelica, and I will leave that down below. I actually think that this palette looks really nice, and I'm super excited to be digging into it. Okay, let me not dox myself and show you the address, but I also got sent the Laura Lee and Manny MUA like full coverage collection that they're doing together. This is what the little card looks like, and I'll try and see if I can put up the picture here. I have not unboxed this or anything, so I haven't even seen what this looks like. Maybe we should open one of the lipsticks and see. I don't know if you want to see a dedicated video. I think that codes are excluded on this one. My code with Lunar Beauty is Angelica, but I think codes are excluded on this one. Wow, this packaging is super pretty. Do you like press it? Oh, you press it on top? It's a little lighter than I usually wear, but I feel like that could be a good color with like a lip liner. And I know they said that like when it sells out, it sells out. Because I know they said, I don't know that at all. I didn't see the video, but I know, oh, it was my friend Heather that told me that apparently when this sells out, it sells out. So this is the other one. I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen the video. I haven't done anything. I haven't seen anything. This one is a little darker than the other one. This is probably a little bit more up my alley. Would go super well. I'm just wearing a lip liner all over my lips. Go really well with that one. Should we dig in and see what the palettes look like? Hold. They really did a good job packaging this one. It's super pretty. Like, look at this. It's like a little sticker, and then there is paper, and there's also bubble wrap. It's packed with love. So this one is called the Full Fantasy, and I mean, nobody's surprised that this one is a very neutral leaning palette. Manny loves neutrals. Laura loves neutrals even more. Who thought that was possible? And even though I'm not like a lover of neutrals, this looks very cute. I can appreciate neutrals from time to time, especially if they're really good quality. And oh, wait, there's actually some colors in here. They're not like typical neutral colors. There are some like greeny shades here. There is some actually purple leaning shades here, and this one seems like a duochrome, like almost like a blue with like a purple base. You see the plum base there? So honestly, I kind of like it. There are some really interesting shades, and I did not think that this corner was gonna lean this pinky purple. That is exciting. So again, let me know what you would like to see. I'm open for suggestions. Should we look at the blush palette as well? Oh, this is a cheek palette, so I'm guessing there's like a highlighter in here as well. Let's see. Like, there's probably a plastic. That was a bright pink. Wait, can you see my reaction with the bright pink? Look at this. Ah! It was like so bright pink. I'm loving that there's 2 highlighters in here. These are actually nice colors. These are more my tones, but I have been enjoying some pink colors on my cheeks lately. I've even been saying that to you, that like I've kind of been diving into some pink colors on my cheeks and actually kind of liking them. Maybe not the bubblegum white based ones, but like more deeper ones, berry ones, or a little warmer ones. I've been really liking that. And then I have two Colourpop packages. One of them is that they are releasing some, I think they are re-releasing, did they reformulate the Ultra Matte Lip, the Ultra Blotted Lip, and the Ultra Glossy Lip? Again, I have not been keeping up. It's back and better than ever. That means reformulated in my books, baby. Matte, Blotted, and Glossy Lip. Ultra Performance, Ultra Lip Loving Ingredients, Ultra Lightweight. I actually really like the Colourpop Glossy Lips. The matte ones and the blotted ones were not my favorites, especially the blotted ones. I thought they were drying and a little streaky. The matte ones, some were good and some were not ideal. Let's put it like that. So they have sent me some of the shades and I'm intrigued to be trying them out. Ultra Blotted Lip and almost an orange. Won't say no to that. So I'm excited to be trying those one out as well. And then the second one they sent me, I'm super excited about because it is the lip oils. They're back, they're permanent, and these are just, I love the lip oils from Colourpop. So these are the Colourpop Luxe lip oils, and these are the permanent shades that they're having right now. 3 of them are new. It is Raspberry Mojito, Cherry Bite, and Fresh Peach. Oh, there's one here as well, Honey Kiss. The one that I love the most, unfortunately, is not part of this range, but I'm thinking Cherry Bite might resemble it. This one. Let us see. Because it's like a bright peach. Oh, no, not at all. This is not milky. The one that I like is milky. This one is clear. Oh, wait, wait, I'm excited. Do they have clear from before? Yeah, it smells the same, like, slightly sweet thing. Okay. I'm a little sad that the one that I love, I think it's called Hot Spark, that one is not here anymore because it's such a beautiful shade. It actually makes a difference on lips. But I really like this formula, and I'm excited that they're, like, actually saying like this is the permanent range. The last thing from Colourpop that I want to mention, and again, I do have a code with Colourpop, the code is Angelica. They're coming out with bronzer sticks and they're coming out with some new shades of their highlighter sticks. Very intrigued to be trying this out. Remember a long time ago I tried the highlighter and the blush sticks when they came out, and I didn't love the formula, but then I tried them again later now with like the new techniques and my new preferences, and I actually did enjoy them. So I don't think necessarily that they have been reformulated. I think that my taste has changed a bit and also my techniques have evolved. So I'm excited to use the new bronzer stick with the preferences that I have now and the techniques that I'm using right now. And that one is being delivered to me today. So I will use those as well and let you know what I think. But yeah, they've been like into non-eyeshadow palettes now for a couple of weeks, which is honestly kind of refreshing. And the last thing that I have here that I am here to talk about is something that I bought myself. This is the Vanessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. I did buy this one from Sephora and apparently it is impossible to get into. Hold. I decided to get it in the shade number 5. And again, I'm gonna film a Get Ready With Me tomorrow, so I thought we could be trying this one out. It seems like a good color match. So I have no idea what to expect from this one. This was, if you look up impulse buy at Google, there's going to be a picture of me like this with this product, because I literally did not read up on this whatsoever. I just saw it was new and I was ordering the new ABH palette, so I'll be using that tomorrow as well. And I just like, oh, nice, let me get it. Is it glowy? Is it matte? Is it not even foundation? Is this a primer? I know nothing about this product, but I'm excited to be trying it out. Wait, let me read up a little bit here. Here we go. Yummy Skin Soothing Serum Skin Tint Foundation. With peptides and ceramides. Ooh, my skin loves ceramides, but that means very hydrating though. Because I use ceramides in my night cream, and this is hydrating and smoothing skincare infused skin tint that provides light coverage and a skin-like radiant finish. I don't know about that. Whoa. Mistakes could have been made. We'll see. I will try it out and we will see. It is available now. I mean, I bought it myself and it's $36. I will link it down below. Oh, let's talk about something that I'm so excited about. Let's talk about the new launch that is coming. Where art thou? Here. from Blend Money Cosmetics. You know, I love Blend Money Cosmetics. I mean, the couple of these brands that I've been showing you here, I love them. And she's coming out with a new 2-part collection. And this is the front of one of the pieces. And this is the Sugar and Grunge. It is Forget Sugar and Spice, Sweethearts Were and Forever Will Be Sugar and Grunge. So this is a 90s inspired collection that has 2 pieces from Blend Money Cosmetics. This one is... it doesn't say when it is launching, but I'm guessing next week. This is going to be my guess. I am on the Blend Money Cosmetics PR list, and I'm fairly sure she's sending this to me in PR. And if you're ordering from the website, you can always use my code Angelica to get 10% off. And I am super intrigued to see what this is, because Sugar and Grunge makes me think like pastely sweet colors mixed with some like dirty grungy darker colors, and I'm really hoping we're going to be able to see something like that. And I'm really intrigued to see what that second thing is. Is it more blushes? Is it more highlighters? Is it more lip colors? I'm intrigued to see what that is. I have no idea what it is though, but I'm super intrigued to see it, and we will talk about that next week. And if I do end up getting an NPR, I'll put up a video and show you what it's all about. Another thing that ended up launching after I did my last new makeup releases, and I actually put it in my community tab because I knew I wasn't going to be able to film another one until I get back, but I actually did buy this one because I liked the look of it. And again, do you want me to include this one in a 4 palettes, 4 looks videos with indie makeup? Because this is the new Juvia's Place Culture 2 palette. You can order this from the Juvia's Place website, and then you can get 10% off. You can use my code. My code is Angelica, which is my first name. That's pretty much one of the few places where it's not Angelica. And you can also buy it at Ulta. I actually ended up buying it at Ulta because I did a order from Ulta, and I bought another thing that we'll talk about in just a little bit. So I will leave links to both of that down below in case you're interested. But I did buy this one, and I also did buy that new highlighter that they had that I talked about in last episode. And I'm intrigued to be trying this out. If you want me to do... Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I will probably do a full face of trying new affordable makeup. Maybe I can include it there. Would that be fun? Because I don't think I have any other eyeshadows. I mean, Colourpop has apparently been hitting the snooze button on eyeshadows lately, which honestly I think is a good idea. So maybe this one could fit in that video together with the highlighter. And I also bought a new foundation that I finally released on Ulta. Let me know what you think. And another thing that I bought from Ulta is actually, let me scroll. This one, here it is. This is the new Big Ego To Go palette by Tarte. I have been enjoying these mini palettes from Tarte, and I think that this one has a very versatile and fun color story because it has one black with like glitter in it, which means that you can either use it to darken up or you can do very smoky look. And then it has a matte, almost magenta purple, darker matte. And then it has one brown matte. So you can go more colorful with the magenta, or you can go a little bit more neutral with the brown. And it has 3 shimmers, 1 pink and 2 neutral, and one of them is really light. I think this is a very smart and well curated 6-pan palette that really can make you go in different directions. Do you want to go neutral? Do you want to go colorful? Do you want to go bright? Or do you want to go really like smoky with the black? So I'm intrigued to be trying this out. And when you see the makeup look of the girl in the bottom that has that super smoky look, I'm dying to try and recreate that with this palette. I don't know, maybe I'll be using this in like a reel or something, or maybe you want to have, because Tarte has been like releasing a lot of stuff lately. Do you want to have like a full face of like somewhat new Tarte and like whether or not it's worth it? Because I definitely can do something like that. Again, I'm open for suggestions. I'm feeling pretty like refreshed, even though this was most definitely not a relaxing holiday because we've been traveling all around everywhere, but it's been refreshing still. Not relaxing, but refreshing. Because also Tarte has released these. These are silk stick bronzers. I don't think I saw these at Ulta though, so I don't know what is available. I'm guessing QVC. Check the link down below and see where they're available, because they are available. A stick bronzer from Tarte. Are you interested in seeing my thoughts on it? It's 26 shades. You can buy it for $35 with a brush from QVC. I don't want that brush. Thank you very much. 7 different shades. And I will be trying, if you want me to try this one, depending on how I feel, I will definitely be buying it without the brush for $26. And I feel like the shade range is pretty good. That dark one looks really dark and the light one looks really light. I'd probably be like shade 2 or 3, I would think, just judging from the picture. Something else that released that I saw a lot of people be really intrigued by are these new eyeshadow palettes by e.l.f. Cosmetics. These are the Perfect 10 eyeshadow palettes. They're in 4 different colorways. They're $10 each. I didn't order any of these, and I think the main reason is that I looked at them and I was like, the only thing that really intrigues me is that pastel palette. But since I knew that I had this one heading my way and I knew that I was going to film with this one, I was like, I don't need to get a pastel palette from the drugstore because I can already tell that I'm probably not going to love that one as much as like this one or any of my other pastel palettes that I really love. So I opted out of this release, but let me know if you're interested. It is available now. e.l.f. also did release the liquid poreless putty primer, which I guess is just, I mean, they did the putty primer to be a dupe for the silk canvas, right, from Tatcha, and then Tatcha did the silk canvas as a liquid, and I'm guessing this is just a response to that. They're just keeping on with duping high-end brands. I have no idea if this is any good or not. I have not tried either the putty primer or the silk canvas from Tatcha. None of them were like super intriguing to me, so I think I'm just gonna stay out of that. And e.l.f. also did release, is this the year of the color corrector? Or not the color corrector, the under eye color corrector. I feel like every brand is releasing at least one, and now e.l.f. is releasing one. And this is also the putty primer, color correcting eye primer. I think they're just calling it the putty one because they've had really good success with that release at e.l.f. This is the orgasm and like the, what's it called? Not the bedroom eyes, the pillow talk. That took me an embarrassingly long time. It's the pillow talk and the orgasm of the drugstore community. I'm not interested in this. I'm wondering if this surge of like under eye color correctors is a response to Becca going out of business, and that people were immediately like, oh, that's the one that people love. Now that it's disappearing, let's all try and develop a like our version of the under eye, and hopefully our can be like the one that people will choose instead. Maybe they didn't take into consideration that now Smashbox actually does have the Becca under eye corrector. So I thought that was really interesting to see this many under eye corrector in like a year amount of time, because it's been a lot. And speaking of Smashbox, Smashbox is coming out with, I had it here, I saw it and then disappeared. Here, they're coming out with a Halo Healthy Glow 4-in-1 Perfecting Pen. This is an clickable pen with 24-hour wear, all-day hydration, and instant radiance for easy concealing, highlighter, contouring, and correcting. I think this is probably a highlighter pen that you can use not only under your eyes, but also like to spot, like correct a little bit on your face instead of doing a full face of like foundation. This is available now, and it says 34 euros here, so I guess they released in Europe first, but I'm fairly sure this is coming to the US because Smashbox US did say that they were sending this to me, and I don't think they'd be sending it to me if it wasn't releasing in the US. So I'm excited to be trying it out. I think it is a very interesting idea, and I have been very into, not today, not today, but I've been very into low coverage foundations, and I actually have been wearing only concealer and some brows and lips during quite a few days during my vacation. Again, color correctors. Huda Beauty is releasing the Fall Filter Corrector. This is 5 different shades, and this is intriguing to me for the only reason that the Huda Beauty Fall Filter Concealer is probably my favorite concealer in my entire collection. I really love that concealer. So if I were to buy an under eye corrector, I would prefer it to come with a doe foot because I don't want to be digging into a pot. And also I would prefer it to come from a brand with a formula that I already know I like. So I am slightly intrigued to be trying this one out, mainly because I really like the concealer formula. So there are 5 different shades. Like I said, this is available now, and I will link it down below. Love the orange cap, and I am slightly intrigued by this one. because I love the concealer so much. I think we talked a little bit about this before, and this is from Bella Beauté Bar, and it's called the Best Mattes. It is a collaboration with Brittany Huffman and Ellie Starr, and this is an all matte eyeshadow palette. Well, it's a pressed pigment palette, so some of these have dyes in them that are not considered eye safe in the US, but it is considered eye safe in the EU, so do with that information as you will. The main thing is that if you are super sensitive, which you can be to a lot of things, you can be super sensitive, like my mom is sensitive to oranges, so she cannot have that, either on her skin or in her tummy, just that it might stain your skin a bit. And this one is launching on Monday, June 26th, which is this Monday. I do have a discount code, but I don't know if it's working on a collab. And I did not get this one in PR, and I don't know if they're sending this to me in PR, but I heard my friend Heather try this one and she said she really liked the mattes. Am I going to be picking this one up myself? Do I need a big palette like this? I don't know about that, but I will say the matte formula that they have done, and I've talked about this before because I've used 2 of the bigger palettes from Bella Beauté Bar, they are onto something. Their formula is banging. So for that reason alone, I'm intrigued, because if Heather says she likes it, it's probably as good as their old palettes. And their old palettes has an incredible formula. I'm on the fence about this one. It does look really pretty. Another indie palette. Again, we're back to the how many palettes have I said included in this 4 palette for looks. I feel like I'm up to 6, but you're gonna have to let me know which ones you are the most interested in. But this is from Give Me Glow Cosmetics, and this is the new mini addition to the palette family that is a sister to the Juicy Olive palette. And this is a Juicy Blueberry palette. And Give Me Glow Cosmetics actually did reach out to me and asked me if they could send me this in PR. So I'm super excited to be trying this one out, because I did try some of their other palettes and I love the shimmer formula. It is absolutely incredible. The matte formula was not my absolute favorite. I think the main reason, now that I've had more time to think about it, is that the colors blended into each other and it just created one color, and I wasn't able to do a definition in my crease. I had some people say that they felt that this was not the same as some of their other palettes. I'm super excited to be trying it out and giving a more well-rounded review of how I feel about the Give Me Glow formula, because I really love the shimmers. I just really want to love the mattes as much as other people do as well. And so far I've only tried 2 palettes, so this is going to give me a chance to try another one in another color story, and I'm really enjoying the purple with the yellow. Super pretty. This one is launching June 30th. Super exciting. Oh my god, we have to talk about this new release from Too Faced as well. They are releasing this collection that is Cosmic Crush. Did all of these brands just come together and say, like, let's name our palettes and our collection something cosmic and let's all come out with under eye color correctors? I don't know. I really did like the palette from Too Faced that they had now, the Italian Spritz. I thought that was a banger. It's a really good palette from the brand. I enjoy the quality, I enjoy the color story, I enjoy the looks that I've done with it. I've really been enjoying it, and for that reason alone, I could be intrigued by this one, because I like the quality of the other one so much. But this is in a different format. This is in a cardboard packaging, and I also don't love the color story of this one nearly as much as I love the other one. This is way more muted, almost a little dusty, but I also will say this product photography is a little flat. So I feel like this is one of those things that, again, spontaneous Angie might like just burst out and just be like, add to cart. But initial impression is, had I not loved the Italian Spritz so much, I would have just immediately said absolutely not, pass. But I did like that one, and that makes me curious. That makes me curious about a brand and want to try out more things. There's also some highlighters in here, and I do think they're releasing like a goldy sparkly lip plumper, which is absolute no-go. There's no way I'm torturing my lips with that. I still am mystified by the fact that there are people out there that love those things. Not for me. Dominic Cosmetics has come out with a brow collection, which I think is super intriguing. I haven't tried a lot of things from Dominic Cosmetics, and especially not as of late, but I keep hearing really good things about her products. And this is a brow product and a brow gel, and the brow product does have a spoolie built in there as well. The brow products are game-changing in your routine, everything you need in one pencil. Sounds really nice. The prices are not bad either. $25 for the brow frame, 6 different shades, and then the shaping gel is an $18. I think this one is available either tomorrow or already. I'm not 100% sure, but I will link it down below. It's releasing this week at least. I do think that this is a really smart release from the brand, and I'm excited to see any brand that tries to bring any kind of innovation to the brow space. I'm always interested to see what they're doing. This one we have talked about before, and this one is available now, and I just wanted to let you know that if you also were intrigued in this one, I already put it in my loves list. The BareMinerals new Gen Nude Highlighting Blush is available now. I will link it down below. It comes in 5 different shades, $26, and it looks beautiful. I love a highlighting blush. I really like a blush that is shimmery or like a glowy blush without being a highlighter, but I also like a highlighted blush as well. But I think that a lot of people steer away from those because it can turn into a little bit of it if you have texture issues. I say issues because we all have texture, like do as you please, honestly. I think a lot of people stay clear from that, but I am super intrigued by this one, and I think the one that I put in my wish list was the Peach Glow, but I also will say that the Mauve Glow looks incredible. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, because I cannot do this episode for forever, I also need to edit this one today, is the new release from Kayali. You know, I love fragrances and I really love Kayali, and they are coming out with, for the first time ever, limited edition scents, and these are wedding themed. So these are the wedding collection. It's launching on the 29th of June, and it's 2 fragrances. It's the Wedding Silk Santal 36 and the Wedding Velvet Santal 35. And I think one of them is meant to be more of an airy, like lighter one, and one of them is meant, like the darker one is meant to be a little bit more heavier. I think this brand is ran by Mona Katan, if I'm not 100% wrong, which is Huda Beauty, Huda Katan's sister, and this fragrance collection is created together with her husband to celebrate their wedding anniversary, and he designed the darker fragrance and she designed the lighter fragrance. So I do think that it's very, very intriguing. It's a fun concept, and I'm super intrigued to be smelling this one. I loved the pistachio gelato ice, like that ice cream fragrance. It is so beautiful. I don't even like sweet fragrances, and I have been wearing it like bananas. Like, it's so good. I absolutely love it. And for that reason, and for the reason that I've been loving almost every scent from Kayali that I've bought, even the ones that I've blind bought, I am very intrigued by this one, and I love the duality of it. And it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see what this is, and if they're gonna release it in small bottles as well, because I love that. So I think that was everything. Let me scooch back. Oh my god, there's so many boxes and stuff next to me. My house is a mess right now. Don't leave your home for 2 weeks and expect to come back and everything's gonna be in order, because you always leave it a mess. And we've had people coming in here every day, like gathering stuff, watering plants, fixing everything, and it's I have a lot of stuff to do this weekend. There's no like just laying around lounging. That is not happening. I have a lot of work ahead of me. And also, I did reopen my own shop, Cinch Beauty, as well. I did close it while I was on my vacation because I didn't want anyone to have to wait for their orders for like 2 weeks. So it's open again in case you're interested. The link to that is always down below. Anyways, I hope you're having an amazing, amazing day. And I will see you really soon again for a new video. Maybe even tomorrow, depending, because I'm getting a package tomorrow from a brand that says they're revealing something soon. If they're revealing it, as soon as they reveal it, I will have a video up on that, and that might happen this weekend, depending on the brand. Anyways, have a great day. Bye!